Shahiya is the largest digital cookbook for Arab recipes in Arabic. The idea of Shahiya started in 2008. We were three co-founders at the beginning. We were friends from AUB, and we all left Lebanon to pursue grad studies in Europe and the US. And we were always thinking about coming back to Lebanon, starting something together outside of Lebanon. And in 2008, we saw an opportunity in digital in the Arab world. The Arab world, as you know, is a big market, one language, young market, big opportunity. And digital back then was really at its infancy. And we could see that it will catch up with the West very fast. And we thought this is the best moment to start a business digital for the Arab world. The food aspect of it came from a bit my experience. I've worked for several years in a multinational developing food product for French and European market. So I had this sensitivity for food. My other co-founders, being Lebanese expats, they encountered the challenge of finding good Lebanese recipe aside from their mother's recipe, a good source. Then we did some research in what was available about recipes in the Arab world, and we couldn't find one single reliable and well-done product. And we thought this is a great opportunity, let's start it. The choice of Lebanon was a bit for us a no-brainer since we were all Lebanese. We always had a bit of a longing to come back and maybe work in Lebanon. I personally had never worked in Lebanon before. All my career was in Europe. I always thought, why not? After 10 years abroad, I've decided to come back to Lebanon to start a digital business because I thought it was a perfect place to start a business, especially a digital business, addressing the whole Arab world. Of course, I was aware of the cliché problems and challenges, no internet, no infrastructure, some instability in the country. However, I had a feeling that we could, with the right team, the right determination, the right thinking, we could overcome these challenges. It was self-funded at the very start. For 2.5 years, we funded the operations. And at some point, we felt that it would only be healthy to get funding from the outside. So we got the classical route back then was a kafalat loan, which is a subsidized loan. So this took us another year and a half. And in 2012, when we were finally ready, we went after VC funding, a Series A back then. I can tell you that in 2012, the VC scene was very different from what it is today. We had very few VCs in the region, and they were not very bullish on startups. They were themselves startups, trying to understand what's happening in the market. They had invested in very few companies and they had no success stories. So they were building the expertise the same way we were building our digital expertise. We got lucky, nevertheless, to find an MVP who believed in us back then and who backed us for a first round, and that took us till the exit. In 2014, we wanted to go for a second round of funding and witnessed a real shift in the dynamic of the VC market. And we believe it was partly, the momentum was triggered by the 331, even though it was not implemented yet, but we could see a real change in the attitude of VC. First of all, there were more of them in the market, and also they were less risk averse. As an entrepreneur, there are two things you keep in mind. Build a business that will monetize, and look for strategic partners / acquirers. So we are doing both. In 2014, we decided to make ourselves more visible to strategic partner everywhere in the world. We thought about our recipe in the US, Marmiton in France, and Cookpad in Japan. I leveraged my network from business school to make Shahiya visible to key strategic partner. One of them was Cookpad. As soon as they heard of us, they contacted me directly via LinkedIn, and 2 weeks later they were in Beirut, and they made it very clear they were interested in a full exit, and things happened very fast. We started the talks in June, and we completed the deal end of January. So I would say 7 months, which is pretty fast as an exit. From Japan to Beirut in 7 months. What I want to say about this exit and what we're very proud of, because we've been asked a lot, why did you exit so fast? Maybe it's too early to exit, etc. So on one side, We think this was the best move for the business because we found in Cookpad a company that shared our vision of product, of business, which was a bit difficult to find elsewhere. They think of themselves the same way we think of ourselves. We are a platform. As you might know, Japanese culture is very traditional, meaning, and in that matter it resembles the Arab culture. Women cook on a daily basis, they take care of the home, they are, even if they have PhDs, they're expected to do that. And we have that in common. In the Arab world, women are expected to cook on a daily basis. So with Shahiya and with Cookpad, we solved their daily problem. One could say that the Japanese and the Arab culture are two opposite ends of a spectrum. However, we discovered while discussing with Cookpad that we have a lot of common points. One of the main points is the way women go about cooking. It's a common thing we have in these two cultures. So Shahiya and Cookpad managed to, from this common point, to build a relationship. We still think Lebanon is a great place to have a startup because we have a pool of talent that we can leverage. We are a very open country with a multicultural approach to life. We have a great diaspora that we leverage all the time. By being Lebanese, it means having a big network that we leverage all the time. So Lebanon is a great place to start a company. For all these entrepreneurs, they will have challenge, but I think anywhere in the world we have challenge to start companies. And Lebanon is as good a place as it can get to do it, especially now that we have this hope that is the 331. Actually, we're very happy with this exit because it's in line with our strategy on the business side. But also we're happy because the total amount of money that was invested in Shahiya was around $1.3 million, and we exited at more than 10 times that, which makes us a bit of a unicorn. So we're very proud that we've been able to do that out of Lebanon, and we always think that if we've done it, some other can do it. It is doable, and we are very happy that we've been the first to do it.